Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Megan. For anyone who is new here, how's it going? How are ya? Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on too much because this video is gonna be all talking anyway. I feel like the only videos I do nowadays are all like these long, lengthy kind of videos. Pretty much I'm gonna be talking to you guys about what's going on my channel from here forward and things like that. I had did a similar kind of video back in August. I feel like my channel is like a hot mess right now. So it's fine, but from here forward it'll be fine. But basically I had left you guys kind of with a vlog, a video with Travis, but the last time I sat down and actually like talked to you guys was back in August. That video was mainly from a place of I need to get this stuff off of my chest. I need to come out and say what I need to say. It's been stuff that's been brewing and bottled up for a really long time, and I needed to come out and talk to you guys about all that kind of stuff. So, but it's interesting because in that video I had sat down and I had said I really want to post content that I wanted to make. And I said that throughout the entire video that I wanted to post content that I wanted to post. And at the time I was like just more so like I want to be myself. I want to post things I want to post. I want to be myself. Love YouTube. I want to be myself on YouTube. I didn't know what that was. If I'm going to be completely transparent with you people, I didn't know what that was. So I actually just had a whole conversation with Travis about it. I'm going through like a whole transformation period right now because they were not kidding when they said your 20s are about figuring out who you are. But basically, over the last couple of months, I've been really just like, well, who am I? What are the things I wanted to post? What are things I want for my life? What are goals that I have? What are aspirations and things that I want to achieve in my life? And I've been going through a whole transformation period, pretty much figuring all of that out. I feel like my mental growth has been so transparent here on YouTube. Like, I can't even say that. You can kind of see by the hit and misses of my channel, the not posting, the posting. Like, you can kind of see where, if you look at the patterns of everything, my like 20s growth process essentially is posted online. Basically, since I posted that video, I was like, well, who am I? What is the content I wanted to post? And I didn't know because I was like, well, I wanted to post vlogs, but then I was like, I want to do vlogs, but also I'm somebody that I hate filming while living my life. Like when I'm doing cool things with my friends or cool things with my family or whatever, I don't like to whip out a camera and film it. And I like it after the fact. I like being able to look back on vacations. I like looking back on Yankee games or whatever it is. I like looking back on things, but in the moment, like I don't even like being on my phone when I hang out with my friends. I don't really like being on my phone when I'm on vacation. So for me to whip out a camera and document something and kind of shove a camera in someone's face, it just never sat right with me. But I do enjoy making vlogs because I like looking back on them, and I do like them occasionally when I film them, but that's just not me all the time. So, which in turn also is, I'm not like a sit down and perfectly cookie cutter video, which, you know, is not me either. But, and then I was like, well, what do I like? I don't want to post makeup videos. I don't want to post fashion videos because I don't wear makeup. If you can tell, this is what I look like 98% of the time. And this is what I'm wearing 98% of the time. I'm always in a big black sweatshirt and leggings and sneakers. And so I'm like, who am I to give fashion advice? So I'm like, I don't know who I am. Like, what is important to me that I want to share with the world? I went through a whole transitional period where I was like, okay, well, what am I going to post on YouTube? Because I don't know what it is. My soul has like a calling to YouTube. My soul has a calling to the internet, social media, and influencing people. Like, I don't know what it is. I know that might sound really just weird and maybe it sounds cocky. I'm not trying to make it sound that way, but like, I've always felt such a connection with social media and YouTube especially. I went through a whole period where I was figuring myself out. It was a lot of things happening, and mentally especially. And then I came across astrology again. I've always been into astrology and astronomy. And I've always loved space. I've always loved the universe. I've always loved planets and the night sky, the moon. Everything involving that stuff has always been something like near to who I was as a child as well. Astronomy is really where it started. And then as I got older and I went to middle school, high school, whatever, I heard about astrology and I was like, oh, I'm a Cancer. What does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means. So, and then I started looking up what a Cancer means. And I'm like, oh, that means I cry all the time. I definitely cry all the time. And that's kind of what the extent of it was. But I was always interested in like my sign, learning about Cancer and blah, blah, blah. That sounds so weird. Whenever I talk about like my sign, I'm always like, hi, I love being a Cancer. And people are like, what, Cancer? I've always been interested in like learning about that stuff and whatever. And the older I got, the more I talked about it, the more I learned. People would always be like, you believe in that stuff? That is not real. And I'd be like, okay. So, but it was always something that I was extremely passionate to talk about. And I always felt like people were always like, what? This crazy girl thinks the planets are doing stuff. And so I kind of stopped talking about it, but I was always very interested in it. Fast forward again, I learned about birth charts and I learned about planets and all that other kind of stuff and how it can affect you personally. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, that is awesome. I think that's so cool. And I started really researching a lot of stuff and learning about my moon sign, my ascending, my Mercury, my Venus, my Mars, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, wow. And then I started looking up all these things about myself. And I'm like, wow, this all resonates with me. Wow, that makes sense. Or wow, I do that. And then I would look at my friends' birth charts. And it kind of just spiraled from there. But again, a lot of people were always like, that's not real. You believe in that? You think the planets, or like nobody would just listen to me talk. And I felt like it was just, you know, when like you're talking about something you're passionate about and no one just cares. They're just like, what is this girl on about? And you're like, but it's so cool. Like that's, I feel like what I always did with this stuff. So I always kept my astrology stuff on the DL because I just never wanted anyone to judge me. I was always afraid to talk about it. And learning stuff about astrology had led me to tarot. For me, astrology and tarot was always something that I used as tools to make me feel secure, make me feel like there's something bigger than me out there. And I always just loved it so much, but everybody always would judge. I bought my own set of tarot cards about a year ago, started messing around with it. Again, people are like, what does that even mean? Everybody always had something to say. So I used to do it more on the DL. Then when this past year, I've been going through such a big growth on my life, my mental health, my jobs, just my goals, my aspirations. Like I'm realizing so many things about myself and I'm over here like, I'm sure you guys probably will relate to me on this, but when you feel very just disconnected or you feel very, what's the word? Like you have no idea what you're doing in life, which is pretty much what I've felt like for the past couple of years, I want to say. But this year, shit really just hit the fan. And I had left a job that I was in for 4 years because it was no longer healthy for me to be there. And you know, this was the first year that I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And a lot of things just started spiraling down for me. And it's been a rough year. Through it all, that's why I posted that video back in August about, you know, all the YouTube stuff. Because I wanted to get that out there. I wanted to talk about that stuff. Because a lot of that stuff put a really bad taste of YouTube in my mouth. And I was like, I need to get this out. I need to get this off my chest. Like, I need to get it away from me. And that's kind of where that stemmed from. And then I was like, well, I need to do things that are going to make me happy. That's essentially what I was saying to you guys, but I was also saying it out loud so I can hear it myself. And I'm realize that now that that's essentially what that was, because that kind of led me into, well, who am I? And all that other stuff. I've been figuring all that out. And the one thing that I turned to throughout this whole mess of mental things going on has been astrology and tarot. And it's been something that's really helped me and guided me and gave me a lot of like confidence in things and like reassurance. And it's helped me a lot. You know, I've gotten really into crystals. I've gotten really into positive vibration and law of attraction, manifestation, like all this stuff I'm kind of just starting. So, I mean, it'll be interesting if a couple of years from now I look back on this video or whatever. And it's for the first time in years that I feel like I'm doing something I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I was like thinking, I'm like, this is my passion. Like, I love talking about astrology. I love talking about crystals. I love talking about the law of attraction and manifestation and tarot and educating people and talking about it. I could talk about it forever. And I was like, why don't I do that on YouTube? Why don't I bring that positivity and that light to such a dark place at times? I was like, I don't know if people would want that from me. And then again, those limiting thoughts, depression stuff, anxiety starts ringing in my head. And they're like, no, people are going to think you're crazy. No, people are going to think that you're ridiculous. No one's going to follow that. No one's going to care. And for the first time in a very long time, I didn't care. I was kind of like, well, this is what I enjoy. This is what I love to talk about. I want to spread positivity. I want to spread happiness. I want to spread what I've learned about myself this year to help people who are going through similar things, who are going through things. Like, I want to do that for people. And for the first time, I didn't care. I was like, if people want me to just do makeup and fashion and blah, 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 videos, like, that's not really who I am. And it doesn't really make me that happy. And this does. And this, I believe I can use for good to help people. I'm going to do it. And I got really excited. I was like, oh my God, I can start doing tarot videos. Oh my God, I can start doing astrology videos. I can start talking about things I love to talk about with you guys. I was like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. This makes sense. Like, for the first time since I've had my YouTube channel 10 years ago, this is the first time that I feel like I'm actually doing something that I want to be doing. You know, obviously I understand that this stuff is not for everyone. I completely understand that. This is what I'm choosing to take my channel in that direction. Like, I finally figured it out. After all this time, I finally figured it out. Basically, big changes are coming to this channel. I'm so excited. As you guys probably already noticed, but maybe didn't. But I changed my channel banner to my little Bitmoji with the little moon because, you know, I'm a Cancer and I love the moon, so that's me. My banner's finally more me, and just everything like feels good for the first time in so long. Like, I even took a break from Instagram to figure all this stuff out. Like, let me tell you, this past year has kicked my ass in the sense of figuring out who I am. So from this day forward, essentially I'm gonna start posting more pick-a-card readings where I'm doing these readings for you guys, talking about crystals, talking about astrology, whatever it is I feel like doing. That's essentially what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be talking about all this stuff. So that's pretty much what my channel is going to be from here on out. So obviously, if that's not your cup of tea, I completely understand. I will not be upset. If you choose to unsubscribe, that's fine. I get it. Like, obviously, astrology, tarot, crystals, all that stuff is very different from makeup and fashion, obviously. But there's plenty of those people here on YouTube. If you want to stick with those people, if you want to stick with me, I would appreciate it. I'd love it. I love having you here. But obviously I'm not forcing anybody to stay here. So from here on forward, that's the type of videos I'm going to be posting. Obviously, if you guys want to send me some recommendations on readings you guys would like, or things you want me to talk about, things you want me to discuss even about my own personal life, I'd be happy to do that. Obviously, to those of you who are like, oh my God, what is happening? There's still going to be content of like vlogs. There's still going to be content of other stuff on this channel. But for the majority of it, it's going to be astrology, tarot. Also, just a disclaimer, I'm just putting this out there. I am still fairly new at tarot reading. I am still fairly new at learning astrology. Like, I mean, I know more than the average person, but I am still learning because, I mean, I firmly believe that astrology is something that you're always going to be learning stuff. There is no way to perfect it. So that's the first thing I just want to say. So I'm not coming on here and being like, I'm a professional astrologer. I'm a professional tarot reader. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I want to talk about this stuff with a community of people who are interested in the same stuff that I am. And if I could use my stuff that I've already learned and will continue to learn to help people, that's what I'm going to do. So before people come for me and say, you're now a professional tarot reader, or, okay, no, let's not yet. I will be, but not yet. But essentially, that is, I'm just starting out. I am fairly new. I do know more than the average person, but I want to learn and share what I've learned with everybody and spread positivity. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm so excited to like start talking about this stuff with you guys. So if you're excited, let me know in the comments if there's videos and readings and things specifically you want me to talk about. put it down below. I will be happy to do that. I'm already keeping a journal of things that I want to start doing. So if you have any good ideas or anything that you guys specifically would want to see from me, let me know in the comments, because I want to obviously do that. I always say this, but I genuinely mean it. Like, thank you to all of you who have been with me through this whole transformation growing process. To support somebody who has been inconsistent on YouTube and support somebody who pops up every once in a while with like an explanation video, I want to say thank you to all of you who have been with me throughout this whole time. And no matter what I do choose to do, and no matter what videos I post, no matter what I come out here and talk about, you guys are always there for me. All of you who have been there for me for all this time and who will continue to support me, thank you so much. Thank you. Without you, I don't know what I would do. Like, it's so comforting and so nice to know that, like, no matter what I am, what I love, what I choose to talk about, my opinions, my thoughts, my feelings, no matter what it is, you guys are so supportive. And no matter what it is, you guys are there for me and support me no matter what. And I can't thank you enough. So thank you. So with that, I'm going to leave you. Give this video a thumbs up if you're excited about the new videos. Make sure you subscribe, hit that little notification button. I don't know what side it's on. Leave a comment down below letting me know what type of videos you guys want to see from me here on forward. Because, I mean, I have a whole list of my own videos I want to post, but I also want to see what you guys want to see from me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!